Hi, and welcome to another GC9x Plays. Tonight we've got Batman Activity Center. I'm Bobinator, and with us tonight we've got the Gunheart.
Hello.
Cal.
Hi.
And Starbu.
Yep. That's all I have to say for myself is yep.
So this is the first of hopefully many edutainment games we'd like to cover in the future.
Today's top story.
And this is a game that I used to own when I was really young.
Arkham Asylum reported a mass escape early
I noticed they did not get any of the voice actors from the show for this, it seems like.
Actually, they got a bunch of them.
Oh, really?
Later.
It all started when Arkham inmate
It might be part of their contract. That often happens where they're like, if we make a crappy activity center game, you have to be in it.
They didn't get Harley Quinn, though, for whatever reason.
The devious Quinn then sprayed criminal psychiatrist.
Well,
Dr.
presumably
Joe
they
Newland
also have to
and
pay
several
them,
guards
so,
with
you
the
know, they
venom,
would have
paralyzing them while she freed her demented boyfriend and a host of other criminal psychopaths.
She said Venom.
At this point, the police
The artwork's
have
actually
no
pretty good so
clues,
far. It's on
but
model.
they admit that the criminals could be hiding
Wow, these
anywhere in
police
the
suck.
Gotham
Harley
City
face
area.
looks kind of off to me. She looks really...
Harley Quinn's
Confirmed
face
rumors tell us
always
that the
looks
Batman
off.
has been notified.
She looks a little off-kilter
Yours
even
truly
for
is wondering just who will
the
have
animated
the last
series.
laugh. Stay tuned for further developments.
So this is, I'm not really sure if you call it a game technically. There were a lot of these sort of activity center deals in the 90s.
I mean, I hope we're calling it a game, otherwise what the hell's it doing on our channel?
Well, it's got mini games. That counts, right?
Are ready and waiting
Okay, since we're talking edutainment here, maybe we should dial it back a little bit and look at games that might be similar. How does this compare to, say, a more popular edutainment title like
click OK.
Math Blaster or something like that, Oregon Trail, that kind of thing?
Affirmative.
Actually, I'd say it doesn't compare very well because there's little to no educational content at all.
Click on the smallest.
Well, this isn't called an educational game. This is technically called an,
level 1 is too easy?
what's the name? An activity center,
click on the middle-sized
correct?
bat and take a swing at level 2. Ready for a challenge? Then click the largest bat and let's get moving. The Batmobile's revved up and ready to go.
I like the largest
Anytime
bat.
you get in a tight spot, you can count on Alpha.
Yeah, the problem is
more
that
useful
the whole
information than
difficulty
the yellow
levels
pages.
just makes
He's
them
always ready to
longer and
help.
more
Just click
tedious.
his picture on
Right,
Batman's
they just-
utility belt.
Aren't any fun at all on the harder levels.
The Batcave is a good place for Batman
I just want
and
to
me
show
start our
off more of
search.
everything.
We've got lots of
Did you
tools
say
and
Batman or
resources, so let's
Batman?
get
Because
busy.
I swear I said Batman.
Well, if you flubbed his line, they probably aren't going to do a do-over. They don't have the budget for it.
Click on the chemistry lab to create an
Just hand him
antidote
one
for the
sheet of
Joker's
paper and said,
laughing
read this
venom.
as quick as possible.
Click on the
So,
large bat
there's
computer
sort
to
of
get
a goal on
information
this
from the
game.
clues
I
you've won.
don't
You
know
can
if there's
also
an
get to the
ending per
secret
se.
hideouts from there.
Like, there is like
If
a
you click the doorway
win
at the
state,
top
but
of
I
the
have not been
stairs,
able to
you can
reach
enter
it.
Wayne Manor. Click the
I
card
assume the
if you want
ending
to
is
visit
you get to
Gotham
print a
City.
certificate that says,
You can
you are the
view
real
villains
Batman.
in the Arkham Asylum Hall
Yeah,
of Infamy
probably.
by clicking on the television screen.
They always did that. You got a home printer? Wow, you get to
The
print.
Joker's laughing
I
venom
love how
is a
printing
deadly
used to be a
threat
big
the city.
feature in a lot of
If we don't do
software,
something
early
fast,
software.
it'll cause a panic
Yeah.
in Gotham City.
I still have
Your
my
mission is to
Dilbert
experiment
certificate
with
from when we
different
built,
chemical
when we
combinations
beat the
to
Dilbert
try and
game.
create an antidote. See
Did
if
you
can
actually print
combine
that?
The right chemicals in the right
I couldn't
order.
get my printer
Start by
connected to the
clicking any of
virtual
the
box
colored
yet.
liquids in the flasks on the shelf.
So this is the first
Looks like you'll
minigame.
need 3
Well,
different
not the
ingredients
first.
to
You
create
can
the
do them
antidote.
whatever order you feel like.
After you've selected your chemicals,
It's
click the
basically
analyze button to see
Mastermind.
whether you made the right choices. The readout below the
Well,
large flask
you know, I
tells
hate
you how close you
Mastermind.
came.
I
If you
really
need to try
genuinely
again,
hate it.
click
It's
the lever
like
to
the bargain
empty the large
basement of
flask.
puzzles.
You can
I
start
despise
all
it.
over from the beginning anytime.
I don't mind it so
Just click
much.
the
It's just a
recycle
guessing
button.
game. If you guess right, they'll tell you.
Yeah, but you have to do it like 1,000 goddamn times because every game does it.
So here we're building an antidote for the weird
Precisely.
toxin poison thing, right?
Right, the Joker Venom.
And I just gonna warn you, don't expect any, like, conclusion to that intro. What happens throughout these games is no real connection to
Yes,
that
indeed.
plot.
Right, like, the way it works is that you're supposed to get a clue for each minigame you beat that tells you where one of the escaped criminals is. But it doesn't seem like you actually get a clue for every single game for whatever reason.
So do you have to do multiple
pretty
games
sure-
over and over again or something?
Quite
That might be
right.
it. I'm not actually sure.
I will say, you know, at least there is some graphics going on here. I mean, I do like liquids filling containers and then being emptied. I always like that effect. It's not a good fill, but it's alright.
Well, this is one of those gratuitous animations, gratuitous features that a lot of software, you know, interactive toys, FMV games had.
Yeah, this is Windows 3.1. This is about as fancy as it gets.
Something that's really cool about a lot of these older games and, you know, most activity centers is that they have what is known as a skeuomorphic design, where the design of the interface actually matches a real-world element or something. And so in this case, everything you're hitting in this minigame is an actual device, or, you know, knob, whatever, lever. It's an actual thing, rather than just...
They call that a diegetic interface, I think.
Yeah. There's a couple different names for it, I believe.
I say this much though, at least it's probably better than that Johnny Quest one.
Yeah, that one was kind of lame.
Right.
Now, if I was playing this on hard, there'd be 5 different ingredients in the mixture, and that would take even longer, and no one wants to see that.
I like the way Robin just sort of stands off to the side, just grinning.
Well done.
I also like that he puts on his full Batman outfit in order to mix chemicals. You know, nothing says lab safety like exposed arms.
Quite right.
So
Well,
at this point, I got the right colors. I just had to figure out the right positioning for them.
well, we know red goes on the top. I think? No, middle. Middle. Oh, yes, middle. I got it. I'm reading your thing at the bottom. This one's very generous. It's giving you quite a long list of
Yeah, it's giving you a lot of hints.
Indeed.
And it separates them into 2 categories. Location and then correct colors only.
It doesn't seem like there's a limit how many tries you get, though, if I recall right.
If it's recording your tries, it will either challenge you to beat your
The
score.
Joker didn't count
or,
on this.
you know. That's a,
Right.
those colors there are the colors of starbursts. Starbursts?
Run
No,
along, man.
lifesavers. Lifesavers,
Hey,
sorry.
good to see you again.
Lifesavers.
Ready
Hey,
for
wait,
action?
can you change your
Let's
difficulty
go.
at any time?
You can, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
Batman's
nice.
sharp crime-fighting mind can crack a criminal code faster than you can say who
Yep.
done it. But right now, it's imperative that you decode the message at the top of the screen as quickly as possible. See those rows of letters
And
with
this is
numbers
probably
at the
like
bottom
the
of the
easiest
screen?
minigame in the
Each
entire
letter is
set,
matched with a
even if you're
number.
playing on hard.
In each of the blank spaces
Like,
at
you
the
can
top
pretty
of the
much
screen, put the letter
Look
that
at this
matches
right
the
now
number
and figure out what
already
you're supposed to
there.
be doing.
As soon as you decode 5 messages, you'll find another clue. If you want to start over, just click the recycle button.
I really don't approve of
Can't
Batman's
stop you.
posture here. It's
Don't stop now.
that's an instant recipe for some serious
Creeps are
RSI.
pretty cagey.
He needs like a armrest, like he can put his wrist on.
Can't stump you.
Look, for those listening at
Hey,
home,
you're
your arm
good.
is supposed to be kind of like at a 90-degree angle with your wrist straight.
Can't stump you. Right again.
If you're playing
Wow.
on hard,
This is
you
getting
get math
interesting.
problems under the space you're supposed to fill, and that's about the only difference.
I do like that you're just like, oh, I decoded it. It says crook.
Can't stump you.
Way to go, Batman.
Aha, so that's it.
And
It's a crook.
eventually, it gets to the point where if you figure out a couple of letters, you'll just know what the rest is.
Right, that makes sense.
You really cracked those codes, Batman.
Now, did you
Hey,
flub
you're
any of
good.
these just to see what the response
Good
was?
job.
No, actually, I should have thought about that.
That's the one. I never would
Wow.
have guessed.
This is good. These criminals need a better code system. They let Batman get their damn code key.
Right
That's
on.
it, you know.
Well, he probably has a
Hey, you're
supercomputer
good.
anyway that would
Keep
let him
it up.
decode something this
Hey,
basic.
you're
It's just a
good.
simple cipher.
Whew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you can
so-
figure out the word
substitution
man, there's
cipher.
like
Later,
not
pal.
much else that the other one
Hey,
could
good
be.
to see you again.
Wait, was that
Ready for
Man-Bat?
action?
Yeah.
Was Man-Bat a
go.
villain in the Batman
Yes.
mythos?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
in like the first episode.
Yes.
I have not watched
You'll
that
find
much
there is
of
much
any of the
more
Batman
to stately
cartoons.
Wayne Manor than meets the eye. Feel free to look around. Go ahead and click whenever you'd like to start. Click the stacked discs
I don't
on the
know,
console
they
to play a
said that,
most intriguing game, certain to test your ingenuity.
Batman
Master
needs
Bruce
your
Master
help.
Dick
Kind
is
of
safe
odd
for
when you
us.
think that it's Batman inviting
There's
some
nothing
random
Master
person into his
Bruce
lair to
likes
help him
more
solve
than a
crimes.
challenging puzzle. Click the one on the coffee table to give these a try.
I mean, maybe you're
Did you know
Spider-Man,
Master
and
Bruce
it's,
is
you
a
know, Batman's
devoted
just
patron
like,
of the
you
arts?
know,
By
helping
clicking
out.
on the easel, you can
Well,
discover
they did
your
crossover, I
artistic
guess.
side.
Well, I don't know why not.
If you click on the grandfather
So I guess I'll
clock,
check at the
you'll
moment.
find yourself back
For
in
someone
the
that's seen the
Batcave.
cartoon, are these
Clicking on the
locations
city
either
skyline
lifted
will
straight
take
from
you
it, or are they
directly to
accurate
Gotham
to
City.
it?
Pretty
You see
much.
the
Sort of,
various
kind of. They're
roads
definitely
along
based
in
on
Arkham
scenes
Asylum.
and
Click on
locations
the
from the show, but they're not
television
quite identical. Like, this isn't what the main hall of Wayne Manor looks
Every
like, if I
unsolved
remember
case is like an unfinished puzzle.
correctly.
Put together one of these, and you'll find
I don't
a
think
clue
ever
at the
actually
end.
showed much of Wayne Manor
Ready
in the
to
show,
start when you
though,
are.
so...
The
True.
challenge is to put a picture together by dragging each puzzle piece into the correct spot.
Also, annoyingly,
If you
I
wish
don't
to start
know
over,
if
click the
Bobinator
recycle button.
odds to us in this
Anytime
one,
you want to
but
choose another
there's
puzzle
actually a
picture, click the
computer
forward and
database
backward
thing
arrows.
that lists things like the tech specs of the Batmobile, as almost as if there's a actual game involved for it. But of course, it's
Yeah,
just
these activity
games like
centers
Very
this.
tend to
good.
have actual games.
And yeah,
That
this is
looks
pretty
like
much
to
like a
me.
completely straight
Indeed.
jigsaw puzzle.
You put it on easy mode. You can't blame the game for being easy.
Hey, if you want to watch me spend like
Of course.
15
Why
minutes on
didn't I
jigsaw
say that?
puzzle, I'll record it again.
Yeah, no, I already saw you play Triple Trouble. I'm good.
It's certainly coming together now. It was thrilling to see
So-
you in action. You're doing
So without
better
that
than
guide,
this.
would it be
How
very
about another
difficult to
try?
know where to slot the pieces into place, or would you just...
Good day.
Or-
and thanks
That's an
again for your
unrealistic portrayal of
help. I'm
Catwoman,
so
though. She
happy
has
you're back.
absolutely no
Let's
body
have some
fat.
fun, shall we?
And
Sometimes when Bruce and I want to relax,
I hope you
we'll
like
sit down to a
BioWare,
game of
'cause-
Oh
Towers
boy,
of
Towers of
Bioware.
Hanoi.
Talk about a challenge.
I don't like this
The
game.
idea is
Oh,
to
but
move
it's Towers
pieces
I like the
Gotham
idea
City.
of-
to a peg on the far end of the platform.
I
Smaller discs go on top of larger ones, and you can stack.
I
discs
like
in
the
middle
idea
in
that,
order to
like,
move
you know,
back
Robin and
forth.
Batman are hunched over, like, the most
Remember,
basic
you
game of
can't
Towers of
stack larger
Hanoi.
discs
How
on
does it
top of
even
smaller
work?
ones.
How do you solve this
If you
thing?
want to start over, just click recycle. It's really fun to see if you can do it in fewer moves each
Batman
time.
may have money, but he doesn't necessarily have sense.
Nice move.
Yeah, I've always hated this thing.
Have you
I have
played this
never had
before?
fun with this. I'll be
Great
honest.
strategy.
This thing
I
is
didn't
not
see that
really
one coming.
fun. It's like the most boring, banal sort of like.
Nice move.
Like, I didn't like this in Jade Empire, and I don't like it here.
I hate to tell you, but you're also not very good at it.
Yeah, this game is literally solved. You could have looked at a walkthrough for it.
Clever.
No, I mean just like. I mean, because this is like the simplest combination of them, I believe. Although I think I don't think there's any
Not bad.
additional challenge to
It
Tower of
just makes it
Hanoi.
longer and more
strategy.
tedious.
Yes, that's correct. Oh, at least we got to see the error message for that
Yep.
one.
Because it's Batman, then
Have you
it's,
played this
he's like
before?
a slide whistle.
Also, Robin is being super condescending right now. I don't appreciate it.
Well, I could join him.
Nice move.
This is why I get stuck doing the puzzle games usually.
Nice move.
This is actually aggravating to
Okay.
me because there's a specific strategy with Towers of Hanoi that
Have you
I
played
see
this
Bob
before?
isn't. He almost started picking up
Bob,
on it,
how
and
did you
then
rebuild the tower?
Not bad.
that's what I'm saying. He almost picked up on the winning strategy, and then he's like, nah.
I told you I don't like this game.
You broke cow. You simply looked up a solution online when you
Bye for
played
now.
it.
Drop in anytime.
I'm so
Oh,
happy
you
you're
didn't even
back.
solve
Let's have
it.
some fun, shall we?
Man,
I say,
Black and White would have
welcome
eaten
to the
you
art
alive.
Studio. If you want to color, we have
Did the Black and
lots of
White have a
pictures.
Towers of Hanoi
Click on the
puzzle in
top
it?
button to the left
Yes,
of the
Black
easel.
and White had a
Then
Towers
you
of
can
Hanoi
choose your
puzzle
colours and
because
your
obviously it
tools
did.
and
I'm sure
have at
Peter
it.
Mullen, you stayed up late at
For
night
painting
dreaming
by
of
the
it.
numbers, click the small numbered
If
color
it's anything
palette
like the
on
dog
mean-
in
side
Fable
of the
2,
easel.
he just
Each
kind of
paint
randomly
color at
bolted
the
into
bottom
a
of the
room
easel
during
has
a
a
meeting and
number
said,
that
our
goes
game
with
has a
it.
Towers of
To
Hanoi
complete
puzzle
a
in it,
picture,
and then just
simply
left.
click on the color
That's how
with
the
the
dog
number you
worked in
want.
Fable 2, by
Then
the way.
click the area in the picture frame
He
with
literally
the
just
same
burst into a
number.
room and said, our game's going to have a dog
Or
in it.
perhaps you'd like
And
to
the dog
connect the
dies at the
shapes.
end of the game.
It's easy. Simply click the bottom button.
Jeez, man, jeez. What if someone hasn't played Fable 2? What do
Let's
you
be
just throw
frank
that
here.
out
Any
for,
game
you
where a
know?
dog is your companion, there's like a 100% chance the dog's going to die.
Yeah, like the dog will die. Does the dog die in that that PlayStation game with the dog? PlayStation 2 game, I think.
Which game?
The one where you're like a fighting guy and you have a dog that you can get enemies to get attacked by. Like you can.
Oh,
stick the
Dead
dog
to
on
Rights?
people.
No, I don't think the
Yeah,
dog
Dead to
dies in
Rights.
that game.
No, I think.
Yeah, it has too many sequels of that dog in it.
Also, yeah, this is basically a coloring book.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't
I
let
don't-
you freehand it though, so you could actually add your own touches to this.
They don't want you
I
to add
wish-
your own penises to this. They know exactly what's gonna happen in every single one of these. Look at these. Too many of these are so, like, ripe for inserting penises into.
Okay, but they give you flesh-colored paint at least. So you could be like half naked Batman.
But, okay, so you do have, like, you got 3 brush types. You got, like, a pencil, what looks like a paintbrush, and an eraser.
I forget what the difference between the pencil and the...
Wow, that is a really off-model Killer Croc.
Oh, that's a killer croc? I thought that was like a mudman.
That is like the worst killer claw.
This, actually, I've seen a lot of, lots of kids' coloring books would probably put, like, skin color all over Batman. Because,
I am immature.
kids, like, go, okay, well, he's a person, so he needs to have skin color. Like, that's, it's like, that's the logic. But, I don't disapprove of a coloring book in an activity center. Like, it's fun enough, for a kid.
That would
You
look
can-
wonderful hanging in the grand staircase.
I want Alfred's compliments.
That would look wonderful hanging in the grand staircase. That tells you everything you need to know about Alfred's state of mind.
I will say, though, that the fact that I don't think you can add, like, light and shadow is a big weakness. Like, you can't really, do much more with your sort of color theory.
Right.
Very pretty indeed.
But Alfred
Good.
doesn't
No,
count.
doesn't give a
Profound
crap.
imagery.
Also, I don't think you
imagery?
can...
What profound imagery.
Because it's got too many colors, they don't let you put, like, dither fills or anything, which is always a huge disappointment if you can't use dither
Now
fills for
that
a
is
old
what I
coloring
call
book
art.
application. Because I always found that was
Now
that was the
that is what
cooler,
I
more
call
fun thing
art.
to do. Add dithering to because you can only really do dithering on computers, so it's like a nice little
Right.
like gimmick that you
You
can
can
only
actually
do
kind
on a
of do
computer.
dithering with by hand though, because it's essentially just stippling.
Goodness, what
I don't-
profound imagery.
Yeah, but
I don't Flesh Batman versus Killer Claw.
well, you can do of course you can do dithering by hand. It's just that, it's kind of tedious
Right,
and
right.
frustrating, or requires a tool that you probably don't own as like a 5-year-old child. This is for 5-year-old
is-
children. I'm not giving this game to like a 12-year-old.
Oops.
Christmas man.
And then I thought that was
Batman's
undo. That
arch
was
villain.
not undo.
Are you sure that you can actually draw in that? Because those paintbrushes might actually let you draw.
Care for a hint?
You can kind of draw, but you can't just have a blank canvas.
Oh no, so you can draw penises.
Click
Way
right
to
here,
go!
and you can connect the shapes. First,
So you connect the shapes?
It's basically connect the dots, yeah.
But you're supposed to connect just the right symbols instead.
Right, it takes me a second to figure that out.
Again, like, this isn't
click
really
right
much
here,
of a
and you can
game,
connect
but
the shapes. First,
I actually don't
notice
mind
the
that.
shape in the
It's
square
like a
at the
nice
right of the
twist
easel.
on a
Then,
like a dot to dot.
This is mostly just pixel hunting at this point.
Does it keep changing the
Yeah,
symbols?
it's really annoying.
Interesting.
Someone needs to rip these little symbols and make like smileys out of them or emojis, because some of these are actually okay.
I like the Joker one that's just like completely like distorted.
It's like a mini troll face.
Yeah. Let's
Oh my god, you're right.
let's do the troll face guy,
Oh, I like the big one even better.
I like all of them. They're pretty good. Maybe these are in the source files for the game. Who knows? I mean, I'm getting bored though. Please tell me you solved this quickly.
Come on, it's right there, right? It's right there. What am I doing?
One of the great
Get
things about
good,
pre-recording
man.
your footage is that you can complain about your performance later.
I just realized you aren't really connecting the dots so much as adding points to a line.
It's kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, you're finding the symbol that is shuffled in, so you have to redo it every time.
Does this actually end up drawing anything, like a shape, or is it just...
Eventually.
Okay.
Oh, I don't
I'd
like the
fill
way
that
you said
meter.
eventually.
Oh, I just noticed there's a progress bar at
Yeah,
the
there
bottom.
is.
To your left.
Welcome to the next 15 minutes of this video. Oh man, that Joker face really is better than I thought. That's a great, like...
Yes, we need
Face.
to make smells of these ASAP.
Wow, nice work.
You know...
That doesn't even look anything like what I just
Oh, you did
connected.
it! You did
Wait,
it!
what?
Woo! Woo!
How did that make Batman? It was a single line.
Must you leave already?
Do you have to... Maybe in the harder mode, you have to do the whole
so happy
thing,
you're
maybe?
back.
Maybe,
Let's
yeah.
have some fun, shall we?
No, let's not have fun if this is your definition of...
Let's
This
solve
Oh,
more
sweet,
crimes
we're
as
in
Batman.
Arkham.
thugs have all gone.
We're out on the street, on the town. We're ready.
And welcome to Gotham City.
Whose voice
So
is
let's
that?
not forget we need clues to learn where Two-Face and Joker are, even though we end up playing
dark subterranean
odds
tunnels.
and matching
Click on the
games
manhole
with
cover
him.
to find your way
with them.
through.
You know, that
Any
never
good
occurred to me.
investigator must be able to tell the difference between real and fake jewelry. Click the jewelry
Why
store to match
tell
up the pairs
Batman?
and
Just
discover a
punch him
clue.
in the face.
If you click on the street sign, you can figure out how to
I
navigate
like the way that you
Batmobile
can
through the
usually
city.
pick exactly
You
what
better hurry if you want to catch
what
Mr.
games like
Freeze
one of
and
these
his
educational
ruffians.
sort of activity centers was
Concentrating
going
on
to
the
have,
job at
'cause
hand
they
can be
always have the
difficult
same
enough,
games.
even without interference from
Well,
that
they'd probably pump
wily
these out. They
Joker.
get a license and then they
Click
just
the
bolt it on
card-house
top of an
sign to
existing
test your
engine or
wits.
whatever. Activity set.
If you need a ride to Wayne Manor, click on the automobile. Clicking on Batman will
That's not
whisk
the
you right
Batmobile.
back to the Batcave. When you click on the marquee, you'll get a tour of the Arkham Asylum Hall of Infamy.
Maybe the detective original
Concentration is
detective
critical when it
comic,
comes to
whichever
outwitting
issue,
criminal
Batmobile.
Yes, let's get kids hooked on
Only two of the
gambling.
cards
Yes,
are
my
this
favorite type
this
of
is,
game.
just
Time.
a match 2
So
puzzle,
you've got
I
to
think.
use your memory. to find the
Concentration,
ones that
whatever you want to
match.
call it.
As soon as you find a matching pair, they disappear, leaving
Why is it called
only the
concentration?
cards
It should
still
really be
unmatched.
called memorization.
To play by yourself, make sure the button on the right above the hitchhiking thumb.
To play
shows
by
the number
yourself?
one.
Oh,
Play
Batman!
Click the button. It'll change to a number 2. Or you can play against the Joker himself. Just click the button again, so it displays his smiling face.
Dear me, I think I'd rather not encounter the Joker. Thank you very
Nobody
much.
asked you, Alfred.
I don't think you should be encouraging kids to play with the Joker either, Batman.
The Joker's right there across the table. Punch him.
Now's your chance to just arrest him. Man, they really didn't like Catwoman in this. Like, they have just turned her into an emaciated, like, skeleton.
Oops! Better luck next time!
Now, if you play this on the highest difficulty, can you even beat the Joker, or does he just instantly win the game for you?
Oh, he's just as dumb. It's just that those are
Don't
10
strain
more
your brain
chords.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Ah,
Thankfully, the Joker kind of sucks at this.
Maybe he has a very
These
short
cards must
attention
be
span or
marked.
something. Maybe it's like the movie Momentum for him.
no one
That would
makes
explain
Well,
his
see, like-
behavior so much.
Like, you know, if you
outsmart
win
the
and then he
Joker.
stabs you in the
Always
eye,
a few
like,
surprises from the
that's-
Joker.
That's how it works, you know.
It's
I mean,
been a
if this,
pleasure
I don't know. I
working with
wonder
you.
if this is if the Joker is random number generated or if he is actually deliberately losing. You know, like, what if he could just randomly win? That'd be
Ever
great.
notice how crooks
No,
never
now we're
take
going
day
into a
off?
back alley. Oh, okay, never mind.
Mr. Freeze and his goons are creating chaos in downtown Gotham City. They've put up barricades to block traffic, and even iced some of the roads to stop Batman and the police from interfering with their heist. To find a route through the streets,
I think the police can
click on
move the
arrows to
barricades.
show
I don't
where
think
the
you can just
Batmobile
put
should
barricades
drive.
on the
Then
road.
click go.
I'm pretty
To
sure
start
the
over,
Batmobile
click
could
the
go
stop
through
button.
the barricades. And here, I decided to just play on hard. Just why not? It just
Well,
has
this is-
more barricades and ice.
This looks like an actual, you know, game.
This is like one of those
almost. No, it's feeling
programming
like a
puzzles
game.
you get in some games or in some like little simple robot kits or whatever.
And
I mean,
this isn't too hard. You just kind of have to mentally plot a path and make sure.
You say as you point yourself at a barricade?
That barricade's very hard to see, to be fair, but yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, this is probably the most game of any of the games here.
It's almost Choo Choo Rocket-esque.
Man, I would love Choo Choo Rocket as opposed to any element of this.
Of course, you can miss the obvious solution of just making a path on the bottom. Oh, never mind.
Ha, 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 yeah, he showed you. After doing the complicated
You
way.
didn't do it all the way, though.
I mean, sure, he didn't do it properly, but, you know, this is an activity
Okay,
center for
that's-
5-year-olds.
Yeah, the arrow line from the Batmobile needs to be left, and then the next one needs to be left,
You
and
know-
then you have caught Mr. Freeze.
I don't know how I didn't notice that. I really don't.
You almost
I'm
did, and then
really-
it's like you forgot or something.
Really impressed by your commitment to basically screwing this up.
This activity center, that's for,
Ice.
How does the ice work? Does it just randomly send you in a direction?
Yeah, I think it just changes your direction.
What happened to the... Oh, right, he's getting bounced back and forth. I see.
You're on thin ice.
If only you'd gone along the left side, this puzzle would have been over by now.
I really wish I noticed that now.
Oh,
It seems like it
Bob,
turns you 90 degrees is what the ice does.
Thin ice.
I just have to turn that one arrow when I'm done. Or 2 arrows,
Well,
still.
at least your shame will now be public for the world to see.
Now, the question is this more or less entertaining than Batman vs. Superman?
Well, this is about as depressing as Batman versus Superman, so that's kind of a coin toss right there.
I guess this activity center didn't kill the Batman franchise, so it's got that going for it.
Well, this was before Batman Forever, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Batman and Robin.
I think that movie is okay. It's better than your performance at this game.
I like Batman Forever, I'll be honest. Mostly for Jim Carrey.
I don't think it's really that terrible. How should I put this?
I suggest you quit.
I have some nostalgia for it because it's my,
I mean,
my
like,
first
all of-
Batman film.
I think most of the Batman films are worth watching because they have some funny people as their villains, you know. Jim Carrey's funny to watch, Ani is funny to watch, you know, you can sit through it to enjoy that.
Do you know, I don't realize
Very
most of the villains
difficult
in the Tim Burton Batman movies and the what was it, not Tim Burton, but the Shoemaker ones, they were almost all the villains in those movies were either comedians or people known for, like, comedic roles, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the fourth film, Batman and Robin.
Yeah, they understand that. The villains are generally the most interesting part of Batman.
Oh wait, are we gonna catch Mr. Freeze here?
We went all the way around
We
the
did
city to get there.
Couldn't have done better myself.
I'm pretty
Until
sure you
next
could have,
time.
Robin, but thank you.
And so do we get to do the, something?
Wasn't
Something?
We got one more
Wait, you
minigame.
mean you missed the Joey one with
Oh, we get to meet the Ninja
Missed
Turtles.
one with
The Crook's Trail
Two-Face.
leads into a treacherous maze of underground tunnels. The
Oh
dark's
yeah,
not so
one
bad.
more after this one.
Let's go in after them. Whenever you're ready to start,
So
click on
this is
Batman
another
at the
maze
entrance of
one?
the tunnel
Thankfully,
and
it's
guide
only
him
have
through the
direct
maze.
control.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing. You move Batman by moving around the mouse, and it's really uncomfortable and really hard to
And
get
on
control
hold
right.
mode, the entire
Someone should
maze
give Batman an
is
extra
black.
frame.
Wait, the maze is pitch
Yeah,
black
well-
on the highest difficulty?
Yeah, you can only see Batman and a little bit around him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, even when you could see the maze, you went the wrong way.
So you basically have to, like, drag your mouse all over the desk to actually get Batman to move around. It's really uncomfortable. I would not recommend it. You
So
can't
I-
use the arrow keys. I tried.
I assume you're like just shoving the mouse back and forth constantly to get him to
Pretty
move.
much.
See, this is one of those few cases where a trackball would be a better form of input.
Knowing this game, it's entirely possible that the trackball
It
would
won't
just
be
break
long
the game
now.
and it would just like Batman would just stop moving. I mean, I gotta talk to the people of Gotham and the amount of money they've
It
been
takes
spending
courage to
on
find your way in the
convoluted
dark.
sewer systems.
Hey, thanks again
Why are we
for the
spending
help.
$1.6 billion on sewer systems?
And one more minigame.
We spent $200 million on ladders.
Oh, I think you skipped it on this one.
The Bat computer holds our master database of information
I
for
might
all
have
the
the
criminals
last
and possible
minigame is
hideouts. When you've
spot the
completed an
difference kind of
activity,
game with
click the
Two-Face,
magnifying
fake
glass on the
jewelry.
utility belt to see
Well,
the
you
clue
know,
you
we
want.
want to leave
Then click
people
the large
something to
Bat
experience for
computer
themselves
and
when
click
they
on the
play
clue where
Batman
it appears
Activity
on the
Center.
Bat computer's
So-
console. A typed message
So,
on the
like, for
computer's screen
every
points
minigame,
you in the
you're
direction
supposed to
of
get
the
a clue,
escaped
like,
criminal.
once we got here.
Then click the red locator
But for
dot
some
on the
reason,
map
I don't
and
have
watch
all the
Batman
clues.
capture the crook.
And
Well, you
didn't
didn't
beat
do the
Tales of
Two-Face
Hanoi.
game, so how would you have all the clues?
Right, but
Penguin is releasing Penguin. Hey, some
so This is
animation!
pretty much like the actual goal of the game.
Also, minor spoiler,
Right
he
here.
cannot find the hot spot at the top of the map.
Oh, thanks.
There it is, right there. Top of the map.
Okay, that was a little inappropriate, but I don't think Batman was tackling him so much as he was furiously trying to arrest him, we shall say.
What are these guys even doing standing around? That's what I want to know. Like, I don't think they're committing crimes. They're just hanging out.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's really going on behind the scenes in in the Batman universe.
Like, that guy was just on a roof. How can you be committing a crime on a roof?
Maybe it said no access? Maybe the roof... Yeah, that's
Killer
probably what
Croc is
happened.
at the hospital. Help, I'm just trying to get my Medicare.
Ready for action? Let's go.
Welcome to Arkham Asylum, Gotham City's maximum security institution for the criminally insane. To take a look at any of the inmates,
So I missed Poison
You
Ivy,
also
and
missed,
I didn't do
you also
Hanoi,
missed
but I
the
don't know
match
how I get the
game.
third item I'm missing.
Oh, wait, the spot the difference game, I
I
mean.
did the matching game, though. But yeah, there's only 2 games I didn't finish. What's the third?
I mean, so you finished the Mr. Freeze game by solving that, but you didn't actually capture
No,
Mr.
his
Freeze.
cell...
I did, though.
see, his cell door's open.
Yeah, his cell gets to be empty for some reason, so it doesn't match the game to the person who is the
Maybe
criminal.
you get the
I
last
guess.
one for completing all the others.
Right now, all the puzzles probably...
Hey, good to see you again. Ready for action? Let's go.
Yeah,
So
you
this
get,
is the end of Batman Activity Center, but we've got more to show you soon, so...
Do you really have to go?
That wasn't really the
So little
end,
time,
but to
so
see the
many
true ending,
criminals
play
to
the game
catch.
yourself. And where would we be if we have Batman, and we have Superman, and we're massive shills and we love money? Batman vs Superman Activity Center. Is this based on a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes, this is based on the animated series. It came out like a year after the Batman one. I also had this one.
And I'm assuming
I
that
think
this is going to show a year's worth of improvement.
Oh, yes. They changed a couple of things. Literally, like, a couple.
To start the Superman Activity Center, type in your name and click the OK button. Or if your name is already
They've
on
also
the
got the
list,
show's
click
voice
on
actor
it
for
and
this,
then
but
click
not
the
this
OK
guy.
button.
I have no
It's
idea who
that
that
simple.
is.
And we get your proper alias now
let's
instead of
move on.
just the company.
You have a choice to make.
Okay, so the deal
If you
here
click
is
here, you can follow the
now
story of
the
Superman from his
minigames and the
beginnings on
story is
Krypton
separate.
to his life today in Metropolis.
Story mode, you
there
have
are
to play
lots of
through all the
activities along
games
the
in
way,
order,
but
and you
you'll
get a
have to complete
cutscene
them
each
all
time.
to find out what lies
But I
ahead.
decided I don't want to do that because
On
I
the
have to
other
switch off
hand,
all the
if
games.
you're not in the mood for a story,
So we
you
miss
can
all
click
of the
here and go straight
animated
to any
content that
activity
they
you
spent
like, anywhere
literally
you
dozens
like.
of dollars
It's your
on.
decision.
It's like a super abridged version of his origin story, I think.
And away! You can decide
I remember
how
this
difficult you
screen.
want the activities to be. Don't worry, you can always
Suspiciously, they
change
didn't
them
make
later.
them bigger in
Click
this one.
here
They're
if you're
just
new
kind
to
of
this sort
the
of
same
thing.
size.
It'll give you a chance to try
I like how
everything
you
out.
just kind of like laser.
If you'd like to try
lazily
something
just
a little
lasers
more
the
interesting,
icons.
click
He,
here.
he
Yeah, he lasers
lasers
the
his
difficulty.
own
Challenge.
logo.
Click here.
I mean, Superman's a man that
From here,
understands
you can go
branding,
to the
so I'm
planet
surprised
Krypton.
he
Medium
didn't
this
destroy his
time. Why is
logo.
that?
Or Metropolis and choose
Well, you
your
can change it at any
activities.
time still, right?
Yes.
Right.
I am Jor-El of Krypton. My world is in grave danger. and there
So,
are
I mean,
vital
Krypton still
tasks
existed
ahead
in
of
this
me.
series? Is that
Here I must
how
try
this
to
works?
break
Yeah,
Brainiac's
he still has the
code.
same
It
origin
is
story
hiding
and
high
everything.
security files
But-
that could
but
prove
it's
to
not
the
exploding.
Kryptonian
He has
Council
not
our
launched
world
it
is
It
yet.
explodes like the first
I must
episode.
also complete the rocket I've been working on. It will save my son Kal-El, if I cannot
Oh,
save us
so
all.
you're... Alright, so
My
in the
wife
story
Lara has
mode, you
assembled a
start
set of
here,
images
I
to
guess,
give
and then
Kal-El a
move to
permanent
Right,
the
I
other
would
one.
have to play the game on the left first.
Start wherever
You have to
like.
just do like round and round and round of each game. It just gets really tedious.
Without Brainiac
Speaking
to
of
back up my
tedious-
findings, I'll never convince the Planetary Council that my theories
Is
are
it the
true.
same damn game?
Artificial intelligence or not, I'm convinced. that
Yep,
he's
it's Mastermind
hiding
all
something.
over again.
No, this is
Brainiac's
Simon
mainframe
Says.
computer core must be
Oh.
accessed to get to the hidden files.
That's even
It will
worse.
take an attentive ear
Well,
and
in the
sharp
battle
mind
of
to crack
Batman
the
vs
complex
Superman
code.
color-based
You must
games,
repeat a series of
I'm gonna give it
musical
to
codes displayed
Batman
on the
because,
multicolored
I'd like
no.
to give
Only then will you be
another
allowed
thank you to
maximum
Gunheart for
security
editing
clearance.
this time around.
No.
Program engaged.
Unlike
Did he cut
Batman,
out you
Superman
ruining
has
it? Is that what he
superpowers,
did?
so I thought, why
For a
not?
human mind.
This,
Please
I
continue.
also hate Simon. I mean, I don't like Simon games. They're very... I think I said that in the Grossology game. I really don't like them.
Quite attentive.
If you want to
on a
imagine
human
story
level.
mode, imagine just doing this until the game says you can stop.
So it's basically the sixth layer of hell.
Access
Yep.
pending. You may continue.
Okay, so some improvements. There's more animated assets going on. That guy's hands type. I mean,
This
you
is
know,
probably
there's
the
some
most
stuff going
evil
on.
thing Brainiac has done in the entire Superman mythos. Forced us to play Simon.
Confirmed.
Remember back in, like, what was it, the early 80s when Simon was invented and it blew people's minds away? I don't remember when Simon
Is this
was
gonna play
actually
the theme
released.
from what is it? Third or Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Fairly skillful for a human mind.
No, I think this is closer to the theme song to Mac and Me.
And I think this is the point where I kind of get mixed up, and there's just like way too much.
I mean, this is medium
Enjoying
too.
the sequence. Try again.
That's pretty intense, you know. This is also like a particularly hard version of Simon, I think. Like, I think these ones that are just color and notes are very difficult.
Isn't Simon
When it's got
just
like
War?
Like,
Yep. Yep, here we go. Superman superpowers to the rescue.
Power of fast forward. Wait, that's Beautiful Joe's power.
I think they have the same color scheme.
No, Joe is an all-weather suit.
All I can see is red on Batman's dad. I don't know if he's got blue on his front.
Security level 1 program complete.
In story mode, you're not done after that. You still have to keep going. So
Again,
I say
most evil
no, I'm not
brainiac
doing
ever.
that.
I think that is the best choice we've ever made.
John is still in need of assistance. My research.
Oh, it's an
showed
actual
data I have
programmable
indicated
robot this
krypton
time.
Will soon explode.
I'm pretty
I
sure
have
this is a
designed
puzzle in the Dr.
one-person
Brain
rocket ship to
games.
explore the heavens,
As
find a new
Snabu
home.
was saying on the Batman component of
Components
this
of my rocket
video,
ship are
it's a
already
very
manufactured
common
and
puzzle, this
stored in a
one.
warehouse next to my laboratory.
Wasn't that also basically the premise of that Neo Geo Pocket Color strategy game of the one with the giant robots?
Path to the next part. Use the left, right, or forward buttons to select a direction.
Well, that was probably based on programming the robots each turn or something.
When you are finished programming all the moves, press the go button.
There's several games. Even Maxi's made a programmable robot game before they got famous for making
logical.
you know, the Sim City games and stuff. There was a robot game involved, I think.
Keep up the good work.
Or they published one. I don't remember. Look, the point is, this is a programmable robot game, and everyone knows what kind of game this is.
You'll get the hang of this.
You program the
Yeah, I
core.
think every edutainment game has something like this somewhere in it.
You
Not
are a
everyone, but a
first-class
high
technician.
majority at least.
I mean, this one doesn't seem to have the what I would call the actual proper challenge of it, where it has like pieces that move each turn based on you know, like a roguelike time simulation sort of deal.
Almost.
Instead, this one you know, you just have to slowly find the correct solution and then you win.
Good job.
Also, it's super forgiving since you can just change one move, you get it wrong, and just keep on going.
Truthfully, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, some nice
Yeah,
animation here of
You
the
can't
rocket
tell
being
which
built.
end's the front, though.
Yeah, there's some animation of the rocket being built. Oh, and they have to build a rocket again?
The robot arm must
Is
be
that...
programmed to follow a path to the next part.
That's fun, I
And
guess.
Right or forward.
Hard mode is exactly the same, there's just more parts, so...
Yeah, that's... Well... This is entertaining enough for, you know, a kid. You know... It's better than whatever the Batman equivalent was.
You learn quickly.
Which, I don't...
The Mr. Freeze thing?
Yeah, the Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze thing was
yeah.
pretty bad.
Just a few adjustments.
You know, this is, you know, this teaches, I guess, like, this teaches a bit more, like, logic without, like, kind of directly just being able to click. You actually have to use your abstract thought to sort of work it out. If you want to see a genuinely devious programming puzzle, there's one in Obsidian. We don't have a video of that, but there is a very devious programming movement puzzle in that
Definitely a
game.
game we should cover in the future.
Yes, I was going to do it, but then I accidentally downloaded a German version of the game, and that made it much more difficult to play. I do own the game, but, you know...
Wow, this is way more off-model than the Batman
Coloring
version, though.
book is exactly the same, so I decided to not bother to show off the pictures instead.
So you're not going to show us the brushes, either? Come on, man. You're dropping the ball.
The artwork's way worse in this version, though. That's
Color dinosaur.
Oh, I color a little bit.
You're very skillful with
No,
art tools. You have an
you use the
excellent eye
fill
for
tool a lot. I do find that this is a, like, let's paint in these pictures of my happy family before they all die in a horrible explosion.
Well,
This
to be
one
fair,
is-
this is before the rocket was launched, so...
This
but-
one is supposed to be a zombie about to eat Kal-El's face, Jor-El's face. I have to give up my comic nerd now.
I didn't even know he
I
had
have
a
to give up
name.
my card.
I do know that he is,
Very nice. You're
what's
very
his
skillful
face?
with art tools.
Fat Brandon Lee or whatever.
Very nice.
Marlon
Yeah.
Brando?
Yeah, that guy. He's, in The Crow.
Excellent color selection.
I like the zebra print in the background. That's my favorite part of this picture.
Very nice.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be mountains or if it's like a weird zebra print. Yeah, or like, you know, whatever.
I think it's a
Zebra
window.
print window.
You're very gifted.
Oh, you're very gifted. So you're putting them on Mars? This is, Tex Murphy?
It's post-apocalyptic because the sky's red. It's art, man. I don't have to explain it to you.
No, actually, you'll find that the whole principle behind legitimizing art is explaining it. If you can't explain it, you haven't made art. You've just made shit. You can quote me on that. It's like, you know, it's like science, you know, like in science, if you don't have like conditions, an experiment, and a hypothesis, and all that thing, then you're just doing random crap. That's the same with art. If you don't have a thing that you're trying to do, you're not making art, you're just throwing shit around. That's, you know, learn to get art funding. That's the thing, you know. To get grants, you have to have, you know, all this.
Hello, I'm Martha Kent, Clark's.
Oh, that's some nice art. Let me step in some nice art here. Looks like Gumby's house.
Hidden hazards. Go on out if you want to see what he's up to. Or if you feel like
Also, is that a hot dog in the
Gumby
sink?
activity center now? Is that what you're telling us?
Oh boy, I would have
You know,
loved
I
a
did
Gumby
have like a
activity
Gumby
center.
disc that came with like a Gumby,
Ever since I realized
it was basically like a Mr. Potato Head Gumby and it came with a disc.
around the neighborhood.
Oh, so there's like a mystery Gumby disc floating around? That's pretty cool.
I
think it's made by the same people who did that Independence Day game you played a while back.
Yeah, we don't actually have a recording of that one, I think, but yeah, they're the Independence Day disc. That company did a, oh, I like where this is going.
This is a hidden object game, basically.
Oh.
That's actually
Clark's
a really
house
nice
is a
effect they have going there with the
Exactly.
X-ray vision, though.
In the shape of a
Clark's house is a freaking death trap.
Don't worry, just keep doing the best you can.
Except for the edges, which have like that effect.
Needs to be kept shut tight.
If anybody but Superman lived here, they would be dead by now.
Well, that's why they're getting him to clean out their shed, dude. Come on.
Not a problem. You got it.
My goodness, how's a person to know what's in all those
And
containers?
here, I have no idea what they want me to find, so I just kind of just...
Well, it is on Bravo tool
No,
shelf.
chainsaw is safe, somehow.
That looks pretty safe to me. I don't think that's a problem.
Well, I guess Superman would think the chainsaw's safe. It can't hurt him, so what does he care?
It's perfectly safe. Some dickhead stole the gasoline.
Nothing you want. Gee, I think that's okay. Well, nothing. Gee,
I just have, like, no idea what they're wanting from me at this point.
Maybe it's like you have to find the lead paint or something.
Well, gee, that looks well. It isn't always easy.
Thankfully,
to
there's
tell,
a
is
hidden
it?
button.
Nothing
I
wrong
eventually
there.
remember
I
that.
think that's safe enough. That looks fine.
Is the rat poison safe? I mean, it's
Oh, yeah,
rat
there's
poison.
rat poison.
Lock.
I want you to guess what it actually is that's the dangerous thing. No?
A hint might get you going again.
My opinion is it's actually Superman himself.
Yeah, what was
Plastic
this
bags.
X-ray vision?
Suffocate on them.
Not the chainsaw, plastic bags.
Way to go! Found all the hazards.
So the plastic bags
Yes.
are dangerous, but the rat poison on the same shelf is perfectly safe.
Could have started a nasty fire.
It is properly labeled, to be fair.
That doesn't stop kids from eating it.
Cool.
Those matches need to be put safely away. They're not toys, after all.
I disagree. Matches make
eat
excellent
10
toys.
chainsaws for breakfast every morning.
That could cause a fire.
Nothing wrong there. Not a problem. I don't think that's a problem. Nothing wrong there.
But you know, like this is again, this is more of a fun sort of little game. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
An empty
Okay, how
is a likely place to
supposed
get a
to know
shot.
that?
You're getting very good.
Was
at
it the
this.
light bulb or something? What was wrong with it?
It's an empty socket.
Another one.
Oh.
The broken jar on the grass.
And if you get dust in it and then you turn it on, it can spark a fire.
Yes, a hornet's nest is.
Is that a
dangerous,
snake?
But the best thing to do.
You should
is
mark
leave
that
it alone
snake
so you
as
won't run the risk of
unsafe.
stinging.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes don't like to be disturbed. Keep away and wait for an expert to handle one.
Or you could just be Superman. I don't think he's threatened
It's
by
very
snakes.
dangerous to leave the grill while the coals are still hot.
Don't worry. Just keep doing the best. Maybe over here. Yep.
You really, like, you didn't even try. You're just like, yeah, give me the hint. I'm done.
What was that last item? Because that
That was a skateboard.
Okay, it didn't look
That was
like a
the world's
skateboard, I'll tell you
smallest
that.
skateboard.
Really earned this certificate.
Oh, look at
It
you!
does not let you print this. What a waste.
I like the way that they didn't even bother to put it in the same font. Like, all they had to do was use no, they'll just use like Arial or bold
I think you'll find Clark
impact or
outside.
whatever.
So this is 3 coloring books.
This
Are
scrapbook
you
is
lucky?
just full of pictures.
That kind of makes sense,
You
though.
can
It's for
flip
each
through it by
section.
clicking on the arrows until you find a
Well,
picture you'd like
at
to
least
color.
this one, you know, I don't mind this one existing. It's not quite as weird as happy memories from before I was a ball of flaming
Well,
inferno.
they kind of justify that as a record, as apparently being some kind of record of Krypton, but yeah.
Come back later and color some more, won't you? What a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting you. Don't be a stranger now that you know your way here. You're always welcome.
Ready to explore something?
This is one exciting city.
Especially compared to Smallville, huh? But you're
I
right,
feel like
there's
this
always a lot
art might have
going on
actually been from the show that they just sort of cropped and stuck in.
It's very possible.
Yeah, they could have asked for stills from the backgrounds or something, promotional material, that kind of thing.
Because a lot of this looks,
Really exciting.
I guess,
The
too
Daily
nice,
Planet.
in my
All
opinion,
the
to have
news
been
is
made
fake
by
to
the
print,
creators
they
of the
say.
Activity
At the
Center.
newspaper, you're the first to know what's happening in Metropolis.
I don't want to undersell their abilities,
we're
but
only halfway
most
through
of the time their
video,
original
and
stuff looks a bit
Metropolis
tepid.
takes up the
That's why my
last
pal
thought.
Superman keeps
Oh,
such a
that's
careful
second
eye on
half
things
anyway.
around here.
Well, it's really your choice, but I think you'll find everything fascinating, no matter where you start. Make your choice and start exploring Metropolis.
Well, there's a lot more to do here, as you can see.
Well, they divided it up into areas, but this is all connected in the story, I guess.
Oh, hey, we get to hang out with
play
Lex
the games in
Luthor.
order.
And, Lady Box Shoulders, apparently.
That's his henchman from the show.
You can only
Oh
place
boy,
your
a
piece
fellow.
in the square next to
No,
one
he
of
just
mine.
pressed that button to make the
At least
Is
this
his
is a
hand on a
game.
bomb switch? If you lose, does he blow up the city?
That means you'll surround my pieces so they'll turn traitor and become yours.
Oh.
So he plays the game by pushing a single button. Do they not understand interfaces?
Some of my pieces, you have to take it. Even if
He
it sets me
magics
up to
the
take some of
the Othello
yours.
piece onto the board.
If you can't take any of my pieces, you lose your turn until you have a move that can. As you might guess.
But you know,
playing
again,
with the
Othello
most
is an
pieces at
actual
the end
game.
wins.
You could find
always
fun
goes
in
first.
Othello.
Since you're
I prefer Hexagon.
The one with the lightning bolts?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright. I think Grossology had an Othello-ish type game in it.
And it kind of goes on like this for a little while.
Although,
This is a greater challenge than I anticipated.
yeah, I mean, I don't really see like a 6-year-old, you know, outwitting Lex Luthor. I mean, I don't.
This is a
Well,
greater
technically,
I think he might be,
you're supposed to be playing as Superman here rather
not
than
playing
just
to his
a
full
random
capacity.
kid hanging out with Superman.
I'm afraid not. Oops.
Are you? Because when you're in the house, they tell you now that you know your way here, you should visit more often.
And Superman talks to you, the player, so...
What the hell is telling these?
I guess you're just some guy? I don't know.
You're Superman's pal,
No,
Jimmy
he's
Olsen.
in this too.
I knew you were gonna say Jimmy Olsen.
So I will say I did play this on...
Oh, here we go.
I did
Super
play this on
speed.
hard one time and actually lost, so he's a decent challenger playing in hard mode.
But you know, like Othello's a game you can actually replay and play. I guess the biggest problem here, it doesn't take advantage of the digital aspect to show like fun graphics. It's just really boring. What I assume are Lex Luthor pieces.
Thanks for the game.
I
Yeah, they
don't know,
could've done
maybe
a lot
it's
with it, like-
Superman's having to
Like in Spot,
Lex Luthor battling to reprogram robots or something.
Wow,
I
I've
don't know.
been getting some great shots around town. So many places to see, so many things to do. It just never ends.
Welcome to Star Labs.
This facility is run by my friend, Professor Emil.
So where can I get one of those
His
fetching
research has
super
helped me to
suits?
extend my powers beyond Earth's atmosphere and provided ways for me to fend off harmful forms of radiation, such as kryptonite. Take a look around. With this suit, I can travel into space when the need arises.
Actually depends on the
crippling
and
radiation.
beyond, it
to
depends
be
on
in
the
space.
adaptation. Some Vogue
Yeah, this
can
continuity can breathe in space.
can't.
Professor Hamilton and the good folks at Star Labs.
Guess
sometimes
what we're
have to
doing
keep
again?
Especially dangerous criminals here under lock and
Oh
key.
boy, the
boy.
super sewers.
Fortunately, even their security
Finally,
isn't
what does
foolproof.
Superman need
When are
to
we gonna
have?
be
God damn it, why is Metropolis spending $1.6 billion on sewers?
Tunnels below Star Labs. This is going to take
I
some
will-
cunning. The tunnel walls are lined with lead, which blocks my X-ray vision.
Maybe there's kryptonite. Maybe it's a
So-
lead
I-
line suit.
It's
I think they
exactly
said
like the
that.
Batman one, only you can see Metallo there in the bottom right. If he touches us, if we don't have the suit, we fall down and we get stunned for a little bit. And if Metallo
Right, because Metallo is powered by
and if
kryptonite.
Metallo reaches the exit before we catch him with the suit on, we lose and we have to start over. But otherwise, it's
Okay, so do you have to catch him and then leave, or just catch him
we
with
just
the
touch
suit?
the suit, then we touch him, and we win.
Okay, so they made it slightly less boring. In the hard mode, can you not see?
I forget what they do in the hard mode. It might be just dark again, like Batman.
There's no escape now.
Well, at least they changed Superman's picture. That's,
Almost
they
there.
did something.
And now Metallo's like, what?
Who is that guy?
Why was this suit even in the sewers?
That portrait looks oddly
Oh, hey, it's,
hilarious.
Lumpy.
I think that's Parasite.
That's Parasite, if I recall.
I've got to get back on patrol.
He looks way too happy.
Back for more?
I think
Look
that's
around.
Parasite anyway. I forget what his
What?
deal is.
Oh, it's, hanging out in sewers, apparently.
Test probe to Star Labs.
The super
This is
sewers.
Superman. I'm preparing to leave the ship. Direct me to the stars.
Superman, I think they need your help on the planet. It looks like there's two giant tornadoes about to destroy America.
You mean hurricanes? I don't know if you can
don't
see,
know.
can you see tornadoes from space? I can't remember.
Once completed, the constellation
I didn't watch The Day After Tomorrow. I have no idea. I mean, there's more animation in this. That's really what it's got
This
over
game is
Batman.
pretty much like the Connect the Dots team from Batman, though. Only give less idea of where to go.
I preferred the Batman variant because this one is boring as
A
shit.
little off course.
I mean, this is actually connect the dots, I guess. Like, you're supposed to actually make the shape.
Nope. Try another one.
I feel like it should probably at least tell you what formation
kinda
you're
does,
making.
with bottom left.
Try another one. That's it.
No, I mean like it doesn't tell you that it's the Big Dipper or whatever. Like I feel like if it wants to be an educational activity center, it should at least tell you what's what
It
you're
does if
making.
you finish. at
Maybe it
least.
did. Oh, okay. So this is kind of freeform. You just pick like one starting spot and then you pick the next
Not
spot.
really. It's very picky about which one you click next. You'll keep hearing I get error.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, you're clicking the one slightly to the wrong side.
So why is Superman's baby rocket traveling around the globe? Is there another baby Superman? Is this like some weird timeline where there's two Supermen?
Okay, come on, that's not a Pegasus. I hate astrologers.
Captured him and then rode him to rescue Andromeda from Cetus.
Oh, that was some
To be fair, they did not have the
Speaking,
internet nor
I think that looks
TV
more
or
like
really
just a
anything, so
single
that was
boss,
pretty
so
much
really
it.
There's nothing
That was your
really
jam
says
back in the days. Like,
games and
let's look at the stars.
Ready for more exploration
kinda
of
look-
the lab? Just select the destination and go.
I just got the big lead I was waiting
Oh,
for.
this game
Gotta
is
get back to the
horrible.
Daily
I guess it's
Planet.
in space. That's the bit. So yeah, there's some educational content. Oh, sweet, Electromont.
Livewire has escaped from Star Labs again. She's here at the Metropolis Electromart, boasting that no one can catch her.
Is that
Yeah, she's one of the new
Frost
ones
from
show.
Mortal Kombat?
No,
She's showing
you
off
just
in
said
this bank of
Livewire.
television sets, but I think she can be
I
tracked and sent out to
probably
Star
bet you.
Labs.
Oh,
Looks like
probably,
she's using
Does
the
she ever appear in the
Frost
comics like Harley Quinn
Looks like
eventually
she'll
did?
jump to
Like,
next.
even
I
lost.
can use my heat vision to ionize that pair of TVs so she won't be able to jump
So the
between
deal
them.
is,
Don't touch that reset button.
she'll
though.
show up and we
We'll
have to
start
guess
all over
which
again.
TV she'll go to next.
stage look. Bet you can't guess which set I'll be on next.
You kind of just have to guess until you start running up TVs and you have a better idea of
So
where
how do
she'll go
you
next.
guess?
Psych. I don't think so. Can't catch me. I'm all.
So, I mean,
worse
what
on
she's
the
doing
entry
here,
level
like her
levels.
grandmaster plan is to be inside a few televisions. Wow.
Again.
No, it's actually.
She really is a threat to the city of
luck-based
Metropolis.
for the
She's
most
hanging out in a
This
television
is just
store.
a different kind of memory game, it seems like, because
You get like 3 guesses per time she shows up, so at least you have that much.
no, yeah, this is definitely a memory game because
Right. You have to
she
know
always
which
moves,
ones
if she
are
starts
what's
at one
going
tile,
on
she'll always
now.
move to the same tile. It's just having to remember if
think
she's
eventually I
at
realized
X
that, too.
location where she's going to end up.
Psych.
So she,
You gotta be.
yeah, so she moves from one screen to another,
It's more actually
and you
that
have
hard
to
game for
memorize
Batman, I'll
where
be
she
honest.
does move, and then catch when she does move to that particular screen.
She's using the sets in pairs.
Coffee break.
Well, you know, there's like kind of, I guess, more semanticness to it. I realize that the Joker is called the Joker, so great, there's a deck of cards, but that's, you know, it's really pushing it.
Gotcha.
At least there's some visually interesting stuff in this one. It's better than your regular concentration sort of variant.
First time I saw this one in action, I had no idea how it
Neither did
worked.
I.
Bet you can't guess which set I'll be on next.
And on hold
At
mode,
some point he
all
does
the
say she
screens
does
show
teleport around the thing in
Livewire
pairs or
herself,
something.
so it's because, and so you kind of end up thinking that the idea is to find whichever one is different somehow.
There's no escape now.
Or which one is the first to move or something. It's really confusing on that mode.
That really fries me. Bet you can't guess which.
You're closing in. There's no escape now.
Hey, that's
Ha!
not fair. I want to.
She's arrested for being in the television.
Don't think I won't be back.
She immediately escapes after you imprison her. Some effective security there.
That's how the entire
don't think,
rotating jails,
Superman
you
had
know.
a court
It's
once.
because
I
the
don't
you know
know
the
which
damn
ones.
Democrats in the White House.
We report it.
That's right. This is where the stories and pictures are put together to produce the newspaper for the public.
If you're interested in how the paper is put together, Mr. White's office is up there.
Maybe he doesn't do anything with them.
Lois
Like
and
he
I can
just,
show
you
the
know.
ropes of
He lets the
reporting.
police
Don't-
handle it.
I have some great
Don't do
shots
that
of
again.
Superman in action. Check them out in the photo lab. You can color the pictures.
I think he
have
works with the
profiles on
police in
most
the
everyone.
comics,
Pretty
kind of like
interesting
Batman
reading,
does.
If I do say so myself.
Because technically
Wherever you
Batman
decide to
himself
go,
doesn't
have
escort
fun
them to
touring the Daily Planet.
Arkham Asylum. That's the police's job.
Last, my files got corrupted
I'll
when my
go
hard
inside.
drive
I never
crashed.
like word
I know
searches.
those
They feel like
profiles are still in
even
here,
when I was really
but
little,
keywords
I always
don't
hated
match
word
the files
searches. They're
anymore.
just super
The list of
pointless.
keywords is in that jumbled mess somewhere.
It's the
If you can
hardest
find
game
them
known
through
to
the
man,
computer,
according to
you
the
can recreate
papyrus.
the file. Then you'll be able to see the photo and read the character profile. When you think you found one of the words, click on the first letter and drag until you reach the end of the word.
Isn't it
The
known
words will
to
go up and
demon
down,
or
sideways,
monster or
even
whatever?
diagonally.
Yeah, for monsters, it's one of the hardest
That
puzzles.
one doesn't work.
Because later in the game, later in Undertale, another monster seems to have a
Have you
problem
done
with
this
the
before?
junior word
I
search or
swear
whatever
that's
it is.
some of the
junior
Mega
jumble.
Buster charging from Mega Man X.
So this. It could
Probably
be.
a
They,
similar sound, yeah.
You'll have this profile
they use a similar
unscrambled in no
synthesizer to get
time.
it. I always didn't mind the old word search.
It's what the
You know,
It's what it
it's
beats
not
out
like
doing.
a
They just
actual
kinda give
work.
up.
That's the real thing about word searches.
yeah, and the
That's one of the words.
well, you know, they just don't want to teach for that afternoons. They're like, everyone do this word search and just shut up. I need to mark papers. But I like the little graphic thing going on. The thing is, like, you know, like, crosswords are kind of a game of guess which crossword books I read in order to get the puzzles for this
Though I'm
crossword
kind
rather
of
than...
wondering, it is kind of spring
you know,
that despite having a
knowing the
story mode,
words,
there
it's
isn't
very-
some kind of really climactic final activity.
Which is odd, because quite a few activity centers that were good actually had, like, a final activity when you got through the whole thing.
I don't know either.
Punch Darkseid in the nuts. Darkseid, I forget how you're supposed to pronounce his name.
I like that scrambling effect. That's, you know, I kind of like that.
I wonder how hard it would be to replace that image with something inappropriate. So you're slowly decrypting her files.
That's the wrong file to decrypt.
Really
Let's,
Good job.
Ah, yes,
I knew that
Brainiac.
file wasn't
The
lost forever.
horrifying goal.
Brainiac.
And the horrifying artificial intelligence that subjected us to
Now
Simon.
appears in android form. Collects knowledge for its value.
Oh, she reads the whole thing?
Entered into illicit business transactions.
And last thing I should
well, he truly is a
There's
monster.
a thing you can kind of make your own newspaper with.
Anytime
But
you
I
need
decided to show the
information
end
about someone in
result because
Metropolis,
I
come
want
back
to leave
here
a
for the complete
surprise.
scoop.
A good reporter is always on the move. Glad to see you're getting the hang of things.
Was it extra
Sometimes
Todd
word
smells?
The managing editor
Notepad
makes the big
thing,
decisions
there's like
about the
another
front page
coloring
here.
book thing.
The right side of the desk is the page layout template.
And you
for the front
use
page.
together put
There
things
are
on
other
this
layouts
page
to choose
here.
from. Just click on the layout button to cycle through the choices.
The stories and pictures will automatically be refitted for the new layout.
You can start putting the stories and pictures onto the page. Just click on the photo button or article button to show which ones are available.
Click on the piece you want, then click on the template where you want it to appear. The computer will fill in the areas for you, even the headline. It's all up to you. Have fun.
And here's what I came up with. Feel free to pause the video and read that.
Superman even knows he's the one who won
I
this
apologize,
battle.
that's kind of hard to read, but feel
Look
free
at
to pause
Josh
the video.
talking Batman now.
I make a topical reference.
Yep, that's that.
So that is the Superman Activity
Yeah,
Center
it's not
and the
coming in
Batman
super
Activity
clear,
Center.
but good luck reading it.
Any final thoughts?
Don't play activity centers. They're a horrible waste of time.
Unless you're 5, and then in that case, go nuts.